Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for part 4 for the best albums of 2020 video. And this is for part 4 for best albums of 2020 video. So I'm going to continue where I left off. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this fourth part. Now at number 44, we have Red with Declaration. Now this was a pretty good album. I didn't like that they released 5 singles out of 10 songs that they had on this record, like From the Ashes, then The War We Made, uh, but there was one song that I felt I didn't like as much, but it's starting to grow on me a little, called Only Fight. And it's not a bad song, it's just not my favorite one. Infidel was a good one. Uh, then, Categorize, I think it's called. If I'm saying it right, was a good one. All For You was another single from this album. So was Sever and The Evening Hate, and yeah, there was maybe one more song that was a single. I'm not sure. I mentioned The War We Made, Sever, and some other ones. The Evening Hate, From the Ashes, and All For You. So yeah, those were the only singles. And from before this album came out, which came out April 3rd digitally and April 10th on CD. So, yeah, number 44, I picked Red with Declaration. Number 43, we have Eminem, Music to Be Murdered By, the actual album. The regular edition, not the side B. This one was pretty good. It made it on this list, because I felt that there were some strong songs on this album, like Leaving Heaven, Darkness, Godzilla featuring Juice WRLD, which was pretty good, which Juice WRLD did make a posthumous album this year, an album after his death and all that, but it was a pretty good album. You Gon' Learn is another good song I liked. Ya was not a favorite, but it was alright. Stepdad's another good song from the album. And there were many more that I really liked. Little Engine was a good one. I meant to put Little Engine, but I accidentally put Engine for the honorable song mention of 2020 on my honorable song mentions of 2020 list. So if I said Engine, I apologize. It's called Little Engine. And that was one of my favorite songs from his Music to Be Murdered By album. And Lock It Up is a good one. Those Kind of Nights was, it was alright. But Godzilla, he really spit fire with Eminem's verses were really awesome in that. So at number 43, we have Eminem, Music to Be Murdered By. Number 42, we have Tame Impala with The Slow Rush. Now, this was a pretty good album. I so want to buy this on CD, but I'll have to wait till the new year because I already bought a few new CDs already that are coming pretty soon. In like a week or two or so, I think. But yeah, The Slow Rush was really good. One More Year was a good opener to the album. So was Borderline. There's another one that I remember. It was the second song on the album, that I'm about to do something crazy or whatever. If you know what song that is, let me know. Lost in Yesterday is another good one. Is It True? I really loved. It Might Be Time, and One More Hour is the last song, and I really love that one. It was a great closer to the album. So, yeah, a lot of smash hits from this. On Track is another good song. Um, Tomorrow's Dust is another good one, and many more. So, at number 42, we have Tame Impala with The Slow Rush. At number 41, this is a compilation album. This is Avenged Sevenfold, Diamonds in the Rough. This actually made it on this list because Set Me Free was a good song. It was like from the Hail of the King album. I think it's like the side B version for it. But it did pretty good. I wasn't disappointed with this, and I really like this album, or this compilation album. There were a few others, like Walk. They did a cover for Walk that I really liked. This was my first time hearing this, and I really enjoyed it. They made the original version was like, I think, a little better, but yeah, it's still a good compilation album, and I personally enjoyed it, and I do see myself returning to this a lot. So at number 41, we have Avenged Sevenfold with Diamonds in the Rough. Number 40, we have Poppy with A Very Poppy Christmas EP. Now this is an EP, so I just wanted to let you know that. This was pretty good. It was really good, actually. Now we're in the 9 out of 10 ones, so yeah, this was a really good EP. I Like Presents was I wouldn't say my favorite one, and Silver Bells was a good one. I Won't Be Home for Christmas, I thought was fine. Not a personal favorite, but it was fine. And the third song on the album, I have the EP on my other phone, but I'll have to download it to my different phone pretty soon. But still, good EP, and I see myself returning to this multiple times. So number 40, we have Poppy with A Very Poppy Christmas EP. Number 39, we have Louis Tomlinson with Walls. Now this was a pretty awesome album. I like Defenseless a lot. Habit is a good one. The title track Walls is pretty good. Always You was a good one. Fearless I really like. That's another favorite of mine. Most of the regular tracks didn't do so bad, but Defenseless has got to be my favorite. And then Only the Brave was a short one, but not a bad one. A lot of people didn't like this album, to be honest. I was like, this isn't that terrible. I'm like, I don't see the problems with this album. Maybe a few songs not great, but no, this wasn't that terrible. And I really like this album. So, at number 39, we have Louis Tomlinson with Walls. Number 38, we have Shawn Mendes with Wonder. Now, this would have been on my lower list for it, but it didn't make it because I got some interesting albums towards the end of this list. But it didn't do so bad. It's a really good album. Higher and Can't Imagine are not my favorite ones, but they're alright. But A Song for No One was a good one. Wonder, the title track, is really good. So is the intro track. And 24 Hours is a good song. Teach Me How to Love, I really liked. Call Your Friends is a good one too. Dream is a good one. And Monster featuring Justin Bieber was pretty good. I really liked that. 305 was really good too. And Always Been You and Then there's the 12th track on the album, Piece of You and Look Up at the Stars. So yeah, pretty good album. So at number 38 we had Shawn Mendes with Wonder. Number 37 we have Mac Miller with Circles. Now this was a pretty outstanding album. It was his posthumous album after the Swimming album, which I didn't really like Swimming as much. I don't know, I just never got into it as much as I thought I would, but this one is really good. It's sad with the Good News song, because that song just puts you to tears. And I was like, damn, this is a pretty deep song. And he mostly uses his singing voice. Circles is the opening track, and I really like that one. I do want to own this album for sure. But yeah, for right now, I'm going to have to wait for a little bit. But still, pretty good album for what it is. And I really enjoyed it. So at number 37, we had Mac Miller with Circles. Number 36, we have Halestorm with Reimagined EP. Now, this was another favorite of mine that I like. I wouldn't call it my favorite album, but it's a really good really good extended play, I meant to say. I'm still saying album when this is an EP. It's only like 5-6 tracks in, and it's not really very long, but it is worth listening to. They do a lot of reimagined songs for their old ones. I Miss the Misery and other ones like that, like Love Bites, I think, is another one they did. I'm not sure, but I know I Miss the Misery was on this, and they had one new song on this extended play that they made, but it didn't do so bad. So at number 36, we had Halestorm with Reimagined EP. Number 35, which is this is going to have to be the last one, and then I'm going to have to close out this video to come at you again for part 5. This is for Marilyn Manson with We Are Chaos at number 35, and it was a pretty good album. It was really good. I was not disappointed with this one. Let Me Paint You With My Love or Paint You With My Love, I think is what it's called. That's a good song. Don't Chase the Dead was a good one. There's some other ones too that I really liked. We Are Chaos, the title track, was not too bad. Not my favorite, but it's not too bad. And I think there's only like 10 songs on this album, but it sounds pretty good for what it is. So you're not in for a disappointing album. So yeah, Marilyn Manson's voice in most of this album is really good. Very creepy for the first song, which you'll have to remind me in the comment section below what the first song's name is, but I really did enjoy this album. I really loved it. And at number 35, we had Marilyn Manson with We Are Chaos. I'm going to have to return to you for part 5 for the best albums of 2020 video, but I hope you enjoyed part 4 of the best albums of 2020 video, because I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Definitely stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon in part 5 of best albums of 2020 video.